what progress looks like. A big part of this sort of progress are the new medicines that come to market every day. A key milestone for those medicines is clearing the clinical trial process. Those clinical trials prove them to be safe and effective. I'm Ryan Jones, CEO of Florence Healthcare, and we build software to make progress. We build software that helps accelerate the pace of clinical trials and the output of clinical trials, so we can see charts like these continue to go up and to the right. Let me show you a little bit behind the scenes of clinical trials. The first thing you have to know is that there's a ton of data. The average mid-tier trial collects 900,000 data points. 900,000 data points at sites like Emory, UCSF, Harvard, but also at clinical trial sites that may be your doctor down the street. Here's the thing. Those 900,000 data points today are collected on paper. This is where you, the audience, go, So why is this industry still using paper when other industries have moved beyond it and fully digital? There's a peculiar aspect of how clinical trials work that has allowed them to maintain this paper process, this reliance on paper binders at trial sites. That peculiarity is the fact that sponsors, Merck, Novartis, Medtronic, these big pharmaceutical device companies, pay to send experts, usually with MDs, PhDs, or master's degrees, out to the trial sites from their home office to inspect the paper, help the doctors and nurses at the trial site organize it. That comes at a huge expense. The industry spends about $10 billion a year shuttling people around in airplanes to go look at paper binders. So they lobbied the FDA. For years they were lobbying the FDA. 18 months ago this changed. 18 months ago the FDA said, okay, you don't have to go to trial sites anymore. You can have the sites organize the documentation for you and send it when you request it. This is now creating chaos at the trial sites. Doctors and nurses who want to advance drugs and care for patients are now managing paperwork, cramming it into faxes, cramming in the scanners, juggling binders. And here's the real outcome. The best sites in the world are now turning down this new type of trial. So the newest innovations are not getting through to the best trial sites. This isn't good for the trial sites because they're overwhelmed with paper. It's not good for pharma because they can't cram down that $10 billion of cost that they're looking to cram down, and they can't get access to some sites. We intend to fix this. This is what Florence Healthcare does. We fix this problem. We build software that does three things. First of all, we help the sites automatically capture snapshots of these documents that were historically on paper, and then prepare them in an orderly way for consumption by the trial sites and ultimately by the FDA. Then we provide a Dropbox-like service that after that's been groomed can allow access by all parties. Trouble is this stuff is hard. It's hard to build software that people actually want to use in their daily routines and that can comply to the requirements of the FDA. But we're making good progress towards that challenge. Here are a couple examples of what the industry says about the software we've built so far. And in fact, we're in contract discussions with two major pharmaceutical companies. One is a $17 billion sponsor of trials. These are big numbers. We feel very fortunate to be where we're at. And the deals look something like this. In one of the contract discussions, we have an opportunity to generate about $80,000 in revenue for one trial that touches 160 patients. If you extrapolate that to the rest of the market, that means we have a $1.2 billion bottom-up opportunity. That feels pretty good. So who are these guys? We're the right guys to do this. We have expertise in document management, in remote data security, and in healthcare. But beyond our pedigrees, we've done this before. My last company, PubGet, was acquired in 2011. Before we were acquired, our software is deployed at 6 of the 10 largest pharmas and at 600 medical research sites around the world. So this is another view of progress. This is the decline in cancer death rate. We're building software to accelerate charts like this. We'd love for you to join us in helping building that vision. If you're interested, find the geeky guy in the gray shoes at the back of the cocktail hour.